Good morning, children. In the previous class, we had learned about summer solstice. So, children, let us quickly revise what we have learned about summer solstice. So, summer solstice occurs on 21st June, and on this day, northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Now, as a result, children, what happens? Direct rays of the sun fall on Tropic of Cancer, and thus it is summer season in the northern hemisphere. Now, during summer season, what happens? The days become longer and the nights become shorter. So same thing happens in the northern hemisphere. The days become longer and the night gets shorter. And the northern hemisphere experiences longest day and shortest night on 21st June. Then when we talk about the North Pole, children, so all the areas lying beyond Arctic Circle experiences continuous daylight for 6 months. Now, on the same day, that means on 21st June, what happens in the southern hemisphere? So, in southern hemisphere, children, since it is tilted away from the sun, that is why this hemisphere experiences winter season. Now, in winter season, what happens? The nights become longer and the days get shorter. So, same thing happens in the southern hemisphere on 21st June. The nights become longer, the days become shorter, and on 21st June, you have the longest night and shortest day in the southern hemisphere. Then, the places beyond Antarctic Circle experiences continuous darkness for 6 months. And this position of the earth, children, is known as summer solstice. Now today, children, we will learn about winter solstice. So on 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn receives direct rays of the sun as the south pole tilts towards it. So children, let us go back to figure 3.3, revolution of the earth and seasons. So, children, today we are talking about this position of the earth when the earth has come on the extreme right hand side of the sun. So, this position of the earth, children, is only known as winter solstice. It occurs on 22nd December. Now, here, children, in this figure, you can see that the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun and northern hemisphere is away from the sun. And we all know that our earth is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree. It is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree. So, due to this tilt, on 22nd December, children, southern hemisphere is inclined or is tilted towards the sun and northern hemisphere is away from it. Now, as a result, the sun's rays fall vertically at Tropic of Capricorn. A larger portion of the southern hemisphere gets light. Therefore, it is summer in the southern hemisphere with longer days and shorter nights. The reverse happens in the northern hemisphere. This position of the earth is called winter solstice. Do you know that Christmas is celebrated in Australia in the summer season? Now, children, due to this tilted position of the earth, on 22nd December, direct rays of the sun fall on the Tropic of Capricorn. On which latitude? On Tropic of Capricorn. And as a result, a large portion of southern hemisphere gets light and heat. And that is why, children, it is summer in the southern hemisphere on 22nd December. So on 22nd December, southern hemisphere has summer season. Now, one more important point, children. On 22nd December, in southern hemisphere, days become longer and nights get shorter. So this in general happens, children. In summertime, the days become longer and nights become shorter. So since on 22nd December it is summer season in southern hemisphere, that is why here the days will become longer and the nights get shorter. Now, what happens on 22nd December in the northern hemisphere? So, On 22nd December, it is winter season in the northern hemisphere, and we have shorter days and longer nights. So, we can say that whatever happens in the southern hemisphere on 22nd December, the conditions get reversed in the northern hemisphere. Suppose if it is summer in the southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere will have winter season. If southern hemisphere has longer days and shorter nights on 22nd December, then northern hemisphere will have shorter days and longer nights. And children, that is why Christmas is celebrated in Australia in the summer season. We celebrate winter season because in because India is in northern hemisphere. So we celebrate Christmas during winter season because India is in northern hemisphere. And children, since Australia lies in the southern hemisphere, that is why they celebrate Christmas in the summer season. Now children, one more important thing. On 22nd December, southern hemisphere will have the longest day and shortest night, whereas the northern hemisphere will have the longest night and shortest day on 22nd December. And children, when we talk about the places beyond Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, so places beyond the Arctic Circle will experience continuous darkness for 6 months, whereas the places beyond Antarctic Circle will experience continuous continuous daylight for 6 months. It is not mentioned over here, but this is what I wanted to explain. Now, next topic is equinox. On 21st March and September 23rd, direct rays of the sun fall on equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun, so the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. This is called an equinox. First of all, children, what is equinox? So equinox is made up of two words. Equi means equal and nox means night. So equinox is that time of the year when days and nights are of equal length. So children, equinox occurs two times in a year, on 21st March and 23rd September. So on these 2 days, nights, days and nights are of equal length. But what happens that the day and night becomes of equal length? On 21st March and 23rd September, children, the direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. And since neither of the pole is tilted towards the sun, that is why the entire earth experiences equal days and equal nights, and such a time of the year is known as equinox. Now, on 23rd September, it is autumn season in the northern hemisphere and spring season in the southern hemisphere. Opposite is the case on 21st March, when it is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. Thus, you will find that there are days and nights and changes in seasons because of the rotation and revolution of the earth respectively. So children, on 23rd September, when it is autumn season in northern hemisphere, it will be spring season in southern hemisphere. Means when India has autumn season, Australia has spring season. And this happens on 23rd September. Then on 21st March, when we have spring in northern hemisphere, it is autumn in the southern hemisphere. Just the opposite. The case gets reversed. Now children, see here again in figure 3.3. On 21st March and 23rd September, Children, on these 2 days, the position of the earth is shown in this figure. So on 21st March, it is spring in the northern hemisphere. You can see it is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. Then on 23rd September, when it is autumn in the northern hemisphere, it is spring in the southern hemisphere. So it gets reversed. So children, this is how the seasons are caused due to revolution of the earth. Now children, lastly we can conclude that days and nights are caused due to rotation of the earth. Due to daily movement of the earth, days and nights are caused. And seasons change due to revolution of the earth and also due to the tilt of the earth's axis. So children, with this we have completed chapter number 3, motions of the earth. Now I will attach the question answers and the answers of the question answers and exercises. Please write it down in your copy and learn them. And I will see you in the next class. Thank you children.